Hello, adventurers. My name's Tyler.
And I'm Richard.
On today's episode, we are officially announcing that we will, indeed, be attending GenCon 2025. And today, we're going over our top 10 games we're looking forward to seeing there. Welcome to True Strike.
Howdy, folks, and welcome back to the show.
Woo!
It's happening.
Finally!
We finally got some clearance that we're able to go to GenCon.
We weren't gonna be going.
Yeah, it
But
was
yes,
not a thing.
We will be there now.
I was so sad. I talked about it, I think, on the podcast
Yes.
at least once in previous that like I wasn't going to be able to swing it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't going to happen this year. It was really sad because it just wasn't in the cards.
Yeah.
And we were able to make it happen.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And it's kind of on brand for us because this would happen when the first time we went to GenCon.
It's always like last second.
It was the first time we were like, we can't go to GenCon. It's like a week before GenCon. I was like, we're going to figure out how to go to GenCon.
We're doing it.
And then we did it. And we figured
were
it
like,
out.
What do we do?
Yeah. And this is kind of, like I said, it's very much on brand for us.
Yeah.
That we did, we were able to swing it, even though it's kind of close calls.
Yep.
But we're going to do it.
We're gonna be there.
We're going to be there.
We're gonna be watching Matt Mercer talk about new Daggerheart stuff. We're gonna be playing games. We're gonna be playing a lot of games. We're signed up for Daggerheart. We're signed up for Laser Kittens. We're signed up for some Monster of the Week. We're playing all kinds of things while we're there. And hey, while we're there, if you see us, please come up and say hi.
Yeah.
We'll be the guys wearing True Strike shirts.
I absolutely love talking to people. It was so great to see people last year.
Yes.
That, we had seen the previous year. Some of them were people that we met in games that we played, that we met at GenCon, that saw us at GenCon the next year. And it was just so cool to just reconnect with people.
And some are like ones that were like, hey, I watched your stuff on the way here. And I was like, hey, awesome. That's why we make it. Thank you for tuning in. So, hey.
Find us and say hi.
Exactly. I'm hyped. I think what excites me the most is this means I can cash in on all those coffee bets I'm going to win.
Oh, come on. Yeah, we were making coffee bets.
It's the best coffee
We were
ever.
making coffee bets knowing that we weren't going. And I was like,
Well,
we'll just turn this.
They
We'll just
roll over
either
and
roll
then
this
for-
over
they
to
go in future
GenCon
years.
2026, or we'll just have to cash it in at like a local coffee
Never.
shop.
Not a chance. Are you kidding me? There's one place where the coffee bets are turn-inable, and it is at GenCon, because I need that expeditious retreat.
Yeah, expeditious retreat. That every day, multiple expeditious
Multiple
retreats.
a day, it gets you through the con.
It gets you through the con. That's my fuel.
All right, you know what? If we're doing GenCon tips, number one,
Yes.
get yourself a coffee.
Yeah, get yourself an expeditious retreat right outside the front door. It's like
It's
right
so good.
there.
They're
Yeah.
there late. They're there early.
They're always
Support
there.
them.
Great people.
Roll a natural 20, bring the dice home.
But yeah, no, we were making coffee bets even though we weren't going. So yeah, it's
Also on brand.
Yeah, so on brand for us. Yeah.
So, hey, if you've been, watching the channel, listening in for a couple of years now, you know that we do this. Every year we do a top 10, True Strike's top 10 games we are looking forward to seeing at Gen Con. What games we want to play, games we want to buy. These are ones that just are on our radar. We don't talk about this list when we make it. So a lot of times we're putting games on each other's radar. And then, maybe some of you guys pick them up too, because they're ones you're interested in, because there's just so many games at Gen Con, right?
Yes.
And we used Board Game Geek's Gen Con list this year. Was 500 and something games, over 500 games.
So many games.
It's so the amount of times where things like cross across me and Richard's list is seldom. But it does happen.
I mean, it does happen.
In fact,
it does happen.
I can tell you right now, I have my list here already made. I just remembered a game that's going to be there that I did not put on my list, that I would have put on my list, and I'm not going to adjust it because I already made it. I'll let you know right now, it's Slam Throne. I forgot that game existed.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah,
I forgot it existed. It's not on my list. Hey guys, if you are if you're gonna be buying Slam Throne, find me and Richard, because we'll also be buying Slam Throne.
Yeah, if you wanted to know where to find us, like right up in the beginning, it's going to be at the Roxley /Dice Throne booth. Yeah,
we're gonna be day oneing rushing it as fast as possible.
Yeah, that's
we gotta get our poggers.
That's big on my list. Yeah.
So yeah, you want to go ahead and we always try to do some honorable mentions too. Do you want to kick off this year? Should I? How do you want to do it?
You go ahead. Go ahead and kick off because yeah.
So my honorable mentions, I'll go ahead and do both of them, and I'll pitch to you. I think each of us have two. My first honorable mention is for the Emperor. For the Emperor is a Japanese like styled card game. Description. In For the Emperor, two ancient clans work to overpower, outwit, and outmaneuver each other to claim victory. In this two-player duel, which was a big thing for me this year, I'm really looking for games I can play with 2 players. I'm trying to downsize, the size and the volume of games, and I want things I can play in a one-on-one situation, either with Richard here or different family members. In this 2-player duel, you'll send out your elite warriors to vie for control of 7 battlefields. Each warrior adds their strength and ability to the battlefield where they're placed. With tricky cards that cause others to be returned to hand, amplify the power of cards at the same battlefield, and more. You'll have to be clever about, to triumph. You control a battlefield if you have more total strength than your opponent. If you control the most battlefields at the end of the game, you win. The game looks really cool. Basically, you are making a battlefield with cards across, the table. You're playing cards at different locations, and you're just strategizing, going, collecting points and everything else. The reason this didn't make my top 5, one, I just like the top 5 better, and I am not a giant fan of card games. But this one, the art style is gorgeous, and the premise seemed graspable. BGG gives it a weight of 2 out of 5, which is totally manageable, especially for my family, it's something I have to consider. Moving on to my second honorable mention. This one just got nudged out. Is House of 1,000 Corpses. Yes, Richard, yes.
Okay.
This horror board game is for 1 to 4 players, a weight of 2.5 out of 5, and a House of 1,000 Corpses, a cooperative board game based on the movie of the same name. Players take on the roles of the Firefly family. They must scour the house looking for people hiding there and bring them to Dr. Satan before too many rounds pass. They do this using an action system that penalizes players for doing too many of the same action in a row. During the game, players use their action cards to move, search, kill, or capture their victims hiding in the house. This game includes 3 different difficulty modes with varying victory conditions as well as solitaire rules. This game looks sick. The board is cool. The minis are awesome. It reminds me a lot of Betrayal.
Betrayal, yeah.
It reminds me a lot of Betrayal, and that is a game we enjoy. So it squeaked out. It's like right there. It would be like a number 6 sort of thing, but it didn't make top 5.
Didn't make your top 5. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Pass it to you.
All right. So my 2 honorable mentions. My first one is definitely not a new game. So this is a game that has been out for a while, but it's a game that was never on my radar until you put it on my radar. Oh. And I am interested in actually playing it in person.
I'm so curious.
For real. And this is Codenames.
Which one?
A game
is it that or
so the standard Codenames game. There's a bunch of different versions of this game. So many different versions of this game.
Yeah.
But that's why it didn't really make my top 5 because there are so many different implementations of this game, and it's also not a very new game. It's been out for a long time. So the original Codenames I think is around 2015. So it's like 10 years old now at this point.
I've narrowed down. The Codenames was originally on my large list.
Yeah.
It just didn't make the short one.
Yeah. So it wasn't on my radar at all until he made me buy it for phone.
iOS,
yes.
Game.
And we played it and I was like, okay, this is actually a really fun game. Yeah. This is a super fun game. If you're not familiar with Codenames, you're basically both playing spies, trying to see who can make contact with all of their agents first, without just completely throwing the entire game.
I'm very bad at this game.
No, he's not that bad
I'm
at this
really
game.
bad at this game.
It's an easy game. So it's the weight on this is like a 1.25 out of 5. It's not a complex game. It's, It's not that.
It scales if you're a dummy.
It scales, but it's not a complex game.
Yeah.
And it's a quick game,
The
too.
rules are simple, yes.
The rules are simple, and it's a fast game.
For sure.
Some of these games that we played in mobile have gone by incredibly quick. According to Board Game Geek and people who play, it can be like a 15-minute playing time game for anywhere from 2 to 8 players.
It's a lunch break.
Yeah, so it's a lunch break kind of style game. But again, a very fun little game that's published by Czech Games Edition, which I think is on my list twice tonight. So yeah, that one made my my first honorable mention. So one that I'm looking at, but not necessarily going to be picking up. But we'll see. Some of the honorable mentions I got last time.
True.
I don't know. Yeah. My next one is Big Sur. So I don't know if you've heard of this game at all.
Nope.
So
No
Big
clue.
Sur is published by 25th Century Games. And if you're unfamiliar with Big Sur, it's the Pacific Coast Highway out in California. Big Sur is a real location. It's an actual highway. And this game is a 2 out of 5 for weight. And it is a 2 to 4 player game. And basically what you are doing is you are cruising along California's Route 1 on the Big Sur Coastal Highway and looking at views and landmarks. And it's a basically like a card drafting game. You are using cards to basically build sections of road. That you're, like going on. Your cards build a linear path of road that you're doing to connect different types of terrain and conditions. And essentially what you're doing is looking for notable landmarks and scoring your drive on Route 1.
Nice.
On Route 1 down California. And all these landmarks are based on actual landmarks in California in Big Sur. And it just seems like a fun little kind of game about a real world location, which, spoiler alert, happens again on my list, but not an honorable mentions in my actual list.
Nice.
I like real world location stuff and gamifying it and making it fun. And I like it. I made my honorable mentions, but not quite in that top 5 just yet.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there right now.
Right now.
So,
question. Are you going to start at 5?
Yes.
And go to 1?
Always.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Because that's how I have things listed here. I have 5th.
I did exactly the
all
same.
the way to 1.
This is the thing. We're our excitement will grow as the episode continues.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Yeah, that's how it works.
The other thing is I'm always looking forward to seeing if we happen to cross streams anywhere. So that'll be interesting. Number 5 for me is should be familiar to you, Richard.
Uh-oh.
Not because it made my top 5 last year, but it was an honorable mention last year.
Ooh.
And it's because it was not actually released by GenCon. Okay. So it didn't make sense to include it. But guess what? It's out now. Party Panda Pirates. I want to pick this game up so bad. It would have made top 5 last year if it was out.
If it was out.
This has got a weight of 1.4. And before I even read the description, this is Mario Party, but you're pirate pandas. The board game.
What more do you want?
What more do you want?
What more do you want?
All right. Description. Join a crew of eye-masked pirates and sail across the seas to find parties and treasure. Face different challenges as you warm up your paws for family party game. Slide your panda pirate meeple from the giant turtle boat at the center of the seaboard to land on the islands of the Avian Archipelago and gain a coin for landing in the center of an island. After that, pick a party card to trigger a mini game. The better you play mini games, the more coins you get at the end. This is just Mario Party.
Yes, Mario Party.
Mini games range from different mechanics, from dexterity-based memory, luck of area movement. I thought I was going to go through more of that. Some mini games are free for all, others are team or even one versus many. Before every mini game, all players try to guess who will win or lose. Correct guesses will earn a coin. I love that too, because that's like the randomness of actual Mario Kart, like this bonus stars at the end,
Yeah.
At the end of the round, players move their character in treasure hunt board to try to find buried treasure chests, victory points. After 6 rounds, the game ends and players may spend coins to get more chests. The player with the most chests wins. Join the most festive crew of the seas and participate in challenges of all kinds that will bring you unforgettable memories and friends. Sail along with cheerful crew of Party Panda Pirates. I'm hype.
Sounds great.
Doesn't this sound really
sounds
cool?
a lot of fun.
It's 2 to 6 players. They say it's best with 4, which is absolutely attainable, especially with a weight of 1.4. This is one I can for sure see me getting with my family and playing. We play Mario Party. If I just say, hey guys, this is Mario Party, but on the kitchen counter, done. We're setting up and playing this game. I don't know what else to say that I didn't say last year. The board, I don't know if you've seen it, is just rad. There's just an actual like plastic like sea turtle like mini that goes in the middle.
That's
and
cool.
Some of the like people have taken photos of different mini games they've got, and one of them is literally just like cards and dice and stuff stacked on top of the turtle in the mini, and you're trying to like balance and everything. And I'm like, this just looks fun. So I want to get it. I want to like explore just how many cool mini games are. I don't want to like look into it.
Yeah,
I
you don't want to know what all the mini games are.
I want to flip and have to like react
and have to figure it out when you go. Yeah, no,
so,
it's kind of the fun in it.
I'm stoked. This is my number 5, and it's just the hype goes up from here.
Nice. Okay. My number 5 is called Emerald Skulls. This one is a game for 1 to 6 players with a weight of 1.86 out of 5. Publisher Rawstone. Emerald Skull. So the little short description here is: in the grimy depths of Kublak prison, where the greatest Dragul warriors are confined, inmates gather around Nargrash the Goblin and his bone-carved dice.
Nice. Best
to keep your wits about you. A game of Emerald Skulls is about to begin. And what Emerald Skulls is a push your luck dice gambling game.
I'll say this sounds like you could just throw this into Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, that's when I read about this, I was all like, this is a game in a TTRPG that people are playing in a seedy tavern.
Yeah, for sure.
Goblins, and these are goblins. They're the goblins are playing, and it's just that it is a you have a tumbler. You're putting dice in the tumbler. You're rolling that, and then you're attempting to then stack those dice in ascending tiers on the playing field. But then when you place your dice, you can't put them in any lower tiers. So you have to go into specific tiers. Yeah. So you have to decide where your dice are going to go. So it's kind of like playing Yahtzee a little bit. And then there's also a gambling element to it.
This is my kind of game
so
already.
Like during your opponent's turns, you become a gambler and you place bets and counter bets on what your opponents are going to roll with the other players. So it's all about, like wagering for bigger payouts and figuring out who is going to essentially fill out their ascending dice first. And it looks like a very kind of like a quick, easy to learn game. So not necessarily quick games like 30-minute games, but easy to learn and just fun because you
sit
have
down
somebody
and start playing.
Yeah, you especially if you have multiple people. Because I can see this having, like 4 people around a table, one person that's doing their rolls while the other 3 people are gambling and placing bets on what kind of rolls are going to happen. And it just sounds frenetic and fun. And it just seems like it's going to be a cute little game.
That sounds
a lot
cool
of really
that the
cool
other players
dice.
are still engaged.
Yeah, the whole setup looks really great. The box itself becomes a dice tray that you're rolling into, and the dice are all like nice neon green, goblin themed. Just generally looks like a really fun game, and I'm really interested in picking this one up. I think it's going to be not an expensive game either. It's not a huge game. You're talking about a couple of dice, a tumbler, and the box is the rolling tray.
Right.
So yeah, super excited for this one, and that's Emerald Skulls in my 5th place.
All right. Coming over here to my number 4, a game that is simpler than my last one, but one I can't say I'm any less excited for. It's called Cat in the Tower. It's a weight of 1 out of 5.
I saw this one.
It's 1 to 5 players. They say best with 4 though. The publisher's description, stay with me, a lot of mine are long. Hang on, Mama, I'm on my way, Toto the Black Cat said, skittering toward the lopsided tower looming before him, having been told that his mother left the world of the living to become a star in the sky. Toto and the rest of his feline friends bound unwaveringly for the top of the tower in hopes to meet her again. Pause. That's so sad.
They're really
this game didn't need to be sad.
Trying to reel you in emotionally.
Spoiler, this is a stacking game. You didn't need to be sad.
Is it though?
We'll see. This is like a Studio Ghibli movie. In Cat in the Tower, you will work together with other players to help Toto the cat on his way up to the perilous tower to reach the stars, where he believes his mother is waiting for him. It is up to you and other players to build the tower yourself, which will require a constant balancing act of mismatched walls and moving feline friends. Depending on the luck of the draw, you may be stuck with options forcing you to build with walls of extremely varying height that can send the tower toppling over if you are not careful. Each turn will have you choosing options from the cards available in either build the tower even higher or testing how steady you can keep the hand by performing dexterity challenges that will help Toto climb up higher to his destination. Toto's feline friends will also come along for the adventure, and their presence can both help and hinder you. Adjusting their location will let you rebalance the tower, but they may also end up in inconvenient spots that get in the way of you placing walls to build new floors. When Toto sees his friends making it to the floor above him, it gives him the bravery needed to climb up higher and higher himself. Build up the tower, place the feline friends, and get Toto to reach his goal to win the game. So one, I like that it's cooperative, that we're all working this together to get Toto closer and closer to his mother. It sounds fun. It looks insane. I will show Richard this photo really quick of just how
I'm not going to be able to play this game.
You're stacking cards and cat totems or meeples like 5 feet off the ground.
Seems like I am gonna be bad.
This is gonna be
real bad.
This is gonna be real fun, y'all. I'm super stoked for this game.
I'm gonna be so bad at that game.
That's my number 4.
All right, my number 4 is Koi.
Oh,
so Koi is a very simple game. This is a 1 to 4 player, 45 minutes. It has no complexity rating on here yet, as of yet. So the basic premises of Koi. So in Koi, you are building an authentic 3D koi pond. So the challenge is to bring your little reservoir of life to life and make the most out of your turn actions. So this comes from the name of the company is DV Games. They created a game called Bonsai that was all about doing bonsai trees, if you've ever heard of that one.
Yes.
So yeah, they're from there. And this one is all based around koi, which is the Japanese term for swimming flowers.
They're just kind of staying in the same environment.
Same environment. Yep. And essentially what koi is it's a gorgeous little game. It uses like these clear, the acrylic tiles, like the little D&D standees kind of with printed fish on them, as well as water and bridges and plants. And the core loop of the game is all based on victory points. So you spend your turn basically meditating. So you're drawing cards and earning money, like currency, to buy koi from the market. Or to build your pond. And then you have your work phase, which is using your sensei's ability to shape your pond and place things in your pond to make it look beautiful and make it look pretty and score victory points. And it's just a victory points game. The cool thing about koi is that it can be played completely solo. There are solo variants of it. So you can play this alone, just drafting and buying koi from the market and just building a beautiful koi pond just to have a nice, relaxing, fun time.
I'm surprised I didn't see that one and add it to my own list because that sounds super cool.
I do love a game that has a single player variant.
Yeah.
I love a single player variant because
I would never.
I play single player games.
I know you do.
And I love single player games sometimes. And I think this is going to be a really fun one. It also looks absolutely gorgeous in here with like all the the koi ponds that you can actually build. And Tyler can see it here, showing the different koi ponds that you're
unfortunately
building with
it's
each other.
hexes, but
it is the bestagon.
I'm telling you, man, square the best square.
That's my number.
That's how they say it.
4?
Yeah. I'm also almost losing track 2 numbers in, but yes, that was 4. Moving on to my number 3, I have Tic Tac Trek. Tic Tac Trek as a weight of 1 out of 5 because I like simple games this year. It is 2 players, and it's best with 2 players because it's a 2-player game.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
You're looking at a runtime of 15 to 20 minutes, which means we can knock this out on lunch break.
Nice.
That's what's most important to me. This is what you would call one of your tin can games.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
This is a pocket game.
A pocket game. I like it.
Explore the wilds in a 2-player tile-laying simple strategic game. The closer you camp to unexplored wilderness, the higher you'll score. Tic Tac Trek is a light strategy game. Players take turns drafting tiles from the big bag to place in the shared play area. If the tile placed form 3 in a row, the player can place one of their campfire tokens in the tile just played. Play continues until all tiles have been placed from the bag. Players will then score their campfire tokens that are in play in the area. Each empty space surrounding the campfire scores 1 point. The player with the most points wins. It is literally just so simple. It reminds me a lot of your wood. You building
I was going
your
to
wood
say,
fire.
this reminds me a lot of that. Yeah. The fire building
yes.
game.
I cannot remember the name of it.
Oh, man. I cannot remember the name of it right now.
You'll remember it eventually.
Yeah, I'll remember it eventually.
But yeah,
it looks very similar. I like it.
It is literally just
cute.
Very cutesy. Small wooden tokens. It's crosses and circles and little fires you're putting up. And yeah, I'm into it. Even the fires have the X's and O's.
Oh yeah,
so you can track who's.
That's nice.
I'm into it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna throw it in my pocket. This is a game I might just carry around with me at GenCon to play while we're waiting in line.
Nice.
Yep, and that's my number 3.
All right. My number 3 is Super Dice Battle by Epherian Games.
We might not have any crossover this year.
We might not have any crossovers. At this point, there's no way we have any crossovers.
Really?
Because my number 2 is not even on your radar.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
It's going to shock you.
Okay.
Maybe it won't shock. I don't know.
I can tell you my number 1 wasn't even on the Board Game Geek list.
Nice.
So it's getting extremely not likely.
Yeah, so Super Dice Battle is by Epherian Games. This is a 2 to 4 player game. It has no weight as of yet. And this is, so the box of this game looks like a Super Nintendo game. It looks like it's a Super Nintendo game. It's probably about the same size as a Super Nintendo box.
Okay.
And it is a
Does
fighting
Nintendo know this?
game. It is a fighting game. You choose your character. So basically, here it is. You choose your fighter, and you play combo cards to KO your opponent before they KO you. Super Dice Battle uses a custom set of dice that mimic video game controllers' D-pads and buttons to create combos.
This sounds so good.
So you are using these dice to create your combo moves that you would do in a traditional fighting game. And then you utilize super dice to do super special attacks to do even more combos to try and knock your opponents out.
How many players was this?
This is 2 to 4.
Oh, I want to play this.
So I think this is going to be a really great 2-player game because it's got a listing of 5 to 30 minutes. So 5 minutes to just do a quick battle, the 2 people fighting a common fighting game. So this could be done in really, really quick. It looks like it's a generally small game because, like I said, it looks about the size of a Super Nintendo game. Which is not very large, so easy to carry around, quick for 2 players. But if you want to make it a little bit longer, you have a nice little 4-way battle. It will take you a little bit longer. You're just fighting back and forth. But yeah, the dice look hilarious and fun because they're specific to basically pulling off weird combos, and the combos are what you would expect to see, BA up to diagonal up to right kind of a situation. It's mimicking fighting games.
This sounds you need to buy this so I can play this.
This is a dice version of fighting games.
At the minimum, I want to play this while we're there.
And
maybe they're demoing it.
Super Dice Battle.
That sounds sick.
Looks so much fun. So it's my 3rd place.
All right. Getting really close up to our finishing off our list here. Number 2, I'm genuinely shocked this wasn't on your radar. And maybe it is.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe it is.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But I saw this and I was like, oh man, this is the game Richard's going to have. And this is Mystic Curling Club.
That's not on my list.
I had to look at Richard to make sure.
Not on my list.
All right.
If you really thought you would be able to guess this game, especially if you saw it on my number 2, which we'll
see when I get there. And I'll be like, oh, okay, we'll see. Have you heard of this one?
No.
All right, I'm about to tell you.
I don't even think I saw this when I was looking through. I must have missed this.
You had to have, because this is such a Richard game. Mystic Curling Club. No weight as of yet. It is for 2 to 4 players. Description is a short one. Bring the ice sport of curling to your tabletop. With dice.
Curling. I was going to ask.
With dice. In this dexterity game, instead of 44 pounds of granite down a 150-foot sheet of ice, you'll be sliding shiny 12-sided dice down a 3-foot board trying to reach the center of the rings. As with real curling, you can bump opposing stones, throw guard stones to defend your own, and mix strategy plus skill to win. But, Richard, But it's not just dice curling, it's magical dice curling. Each player chooses a witch and her familiar to lead their curling team. On certain shots, you'll be able to change the playing field, adding, moving, and even removing stones.
Guys, this game.
I added this and I was like, this is the one. This is the one Richard's going to have.
I missed this game.
Oh yeah. They've it's got a 2025 release date, which is why I added it in my top 5. It does not have photos on here yet. It doesn't have the weight.
I don't need photos for this.
I don't either.
No, I don't need to see what this looks like
right now and read that description. It's in my hand. I'm bringing this home.
Oh my God.
I want this game so bad. This is my second place. My first place, spoiler, I mentioned to you I already have ordered a game for pickup at GenCon.
That has to be
my first place.
Yeah, it's got to be your first place.
This I'm going to look up and see if I can pre-purchase.
Yeah.
Because I want this so bad.
Man. Okay. That's a really good one. I'm going to have to do some research into this one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's Mystic Curling Club, my number 2.
If I were a cheating man, I would immediately put this on my list.
Yeah. You're like, and my number 2.
I need to change my number 2. No, I'm not going to put it on because I really do like my number 2 and my number 1.
Yeah.
Super excited for this. So my number 2 game, and you might not have even seen this. And if you did see it, you probably glossed right over
This is how this goes, though, right? When we're talking, it's funny because you mentioned like, oh, it's a list, and it's only air quotes a little over 500 games. It's so many. Like when you're scrolling through it just goes and goes and goes and goes in like it's descriptions, it's names, it is like the whole the cover of the book. What it's the cover, the art, the
cover,
things that like really draw you in to
that
really
you
like
in.
Pull you into adding this to your list and like piquing your interest. And I think that's one of those things reason I like making this episode every year is we get to draw attention to people, our listeners that have never heard of these games. Yeah, that have
never heard of these games. Yeah. And I missed that game.
Exactly. And now you want it.
That's high on my list.
There we go.
That's high on my list.
You and I are doing this
I'm going to buy a game off your list this year.
We're doing this together, and we're both bringing up that Nintendo game and stuff. Like, I missed that entirely. And we're looking for this stuff. Like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I love Gen Con. I'm so glad we're going, and I'm glad we make this episode every year. Please continue.
All right. So my game, my number 2, actually has a release date of 2026 on it. So it's probably not going to be available this year to purchase. I am holding out hope that it will be purchasable
early
so that I can buy it early.
So that's a bit early.
And that's why I'm doing it. And that's why it's on my list here because we don't know. It doesn't have a release date as of yet. At the very least, I'd like to see it because it's already in production. So like you could see pictures of it and it looks really good and it looks really final. So I think it will be there at least to demo. But I'm hoping that maybe we get some early release here. But we'll see. My second place game is called Sanibel.
I have no idea what this is.
All right. Sanibel, if you are a native Floridian, might sound familiar to you because it is Sanibel Island, just off of our west coast down past Fort Myers. It is an island off the coast that is a kind of like a resort island, a beach, a Florida city, where they have probably some of the most beautiful beaches outside of the Keys in like mid to northern side of Florida. So not without driving all the way to the Florida Keys, you won't see beaches this pretty. Spoiler alert, I've been to Sanibel Island. We stayed there on vacation a couple of times. We stayed at a hotel on the beach and went down to the beach and did snorkeling and collected shells and all this fun stuff.
Fun fact, as a native Floridian, I've never heard of this beach in my life. I have no idea what this is.
I know I've told you about this beach. I told you about Sanibel Island before. We love going there. It's a little bit far of a drive for us, so we don't get to go to Sanibel Island nearly as much as we'd like to. But it's a great place. If you're ever in Florida and you want to go to a cool beach, go to Sanibel Island. Description. In Sanibel, players walk up and down the beaches of this Florida island city, collecting a wide variety of seashells and carefully adding them to your bag. With your bag and your personal player board, as you collect these shells, you drop them into your bag, letting them fall to the bottom of your bag, Tetris style.
Oh my gosh.
You focus on types of shells and where they land, and they score in a variety of different ways. You basically can also collect shark teeth because they are small and you can fit a lot of them in little tiny spaces. And basically, your movement on the beach is you having a starting line, and then you have tiles that move along different zones in the beach, and then back to like the line to see who takes their next turn. Yeah. So basically, you're kind of walking up and down the beach like you would normally do.
Is this Tetris in the way that if you line up, they disappear and you get points? Or is this Resident Evil? Okay, so
Resident Evil inventory.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
Storage, yep. Yes. And you're basically collecting victory points by collecting shells, which behind the screen 2 weeks ago, that's what I did for like real life. We went to not Sanibel because it's too far. So we went to a different beach and we spent 8 hours collecting shells on the beach. Me and my wife walking up and down the beach, just collecting shells in our little bags, or me collecting rocks actually, because I go complete.
He showed me some of his rocks.
I brought some of my rocks.
They were really cool.
I got cool rocks, you guys. Really cool rocks, and there were some shells in there too. So yeah, this game is based on something that I do in real life. Go to the beach and collect shells and put them in my bag.
That's so funny.
And try not to get sunburned. So this is a way for me to collect shells and not get sunburned and make it into a game. It's gonna be great.
This is safer shell collecting.
So yeah, like it's again, like just like Big Sur was on my list before. This one is based on an actual place, but this time in Florida, my home. And it's Sanibel Island, and you're collecting seashells and sorting them into your bag, and it sounds really fun.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it. I really am excited to see this game on the floor. I can't wait I would love to play it, and I'd love that there's an early release, because I will buy this.
Yeah,
I will buy this if there's an early release.
Speaking of early release, Richard, my number one of all GenCon, the one I've already ordered, the one I've paid for, the one I will be picking up as soon as humanly possible, is releasing, if you ship September 24th. Ooh. But at GenCon, it will be available in limited quantities with a GenCon exclusive board for one of the characters, alternative board art. So I had to get it. What's the main reason I had to get it? This is a game from Scorpion Mask. These are the people that made Flight Team. Sky Team.
Oh, Sky Team.
Sky Team.
Oh, okay.
The game that I bought off Vibes, and it is one of my favorite games. Just full stop. It's the game I have on my desk at work that if power goes out or we have an excuse to play a game for 20, 30 minutes, it's the game I want to bust out because I love that game so much. So when I read the premise and I saw the art, I just said, take my money because I will be buying this. 100% full stop. And knowing that getting Sky Team was already like a lucky circumstance, but a struggle even at that. Because that was our first Gen Con and we didn't realize how like tough it is to get some of these games, but we did get it.
Yeah, you don't get them.
Yeah, so I needed to secure this. This is a game called Tag Team.
I have not heard of this yet.
Yeah. Inspired by classic arcade fighting games, Tag Team is an auto battler combined with a deck building game. Make your team of 2 fighters and build an unbeatable synergy by combining their 2 unique decks. Each character has their own techniques and special moves. You start off with a deck of only 2 cards, and the fight unfolds automatically. Flip your cards one at a time and apply their effects. At the end of each round, you get to turn up the heat on the opposing team. Program your deck by strategically adding new cards without reordering the ones already there. Outthink your opponent to deal the decisive blow. Find out what makes your tag team tick, play devastating combos, and dominate your opponent by deftly blocking their attacks. Timing is everything if you want to emerge victorious and knock out your foe. I'm going to flip this over to you really quick so you can see the box art, which I'll have up for YouTube viewers and those on Spotify. So be able to see it.
That is cool.
I'm super, super into this art.
I like this art.
The premise of just starting with 2 and then kind of organizing things, and then it just moving down the list.
Like the auto battler is very intriguing.
Yeah.
The auto battling nature of that is very intriguing. You're lining things up. And it's doing the effect as it goes down the line, and then what's the word I'm looking for? In turn, following turns, you're adding those in, and you're just trying to like
all right, what's he gonna put? What's my opponent gonna put down? And if I put something here, maybe he's gonna do a powerful effect. I need to put something that blocks that. And then that way, when we get to this turn and he does this, I block it. And you're like trying to out predict each other's moves. And then you're like, okay, that didn't work out. Let me correct that on this turn. And then you're just adding more to it down the line. This game sounds rad.
That sounds really cool.
I'm not usually big into deck building and stuff like that.
I was going to say, having a deck builder in a number 1 from you is shocking.
It's Scorpion Mask, man. It's Scorpion Mask for sure. I have so much faith in them. The fact that this is a 2-player game, full stop, just like SkyTeam was, this is what I wanted. I want these smaller, more compact 2-player games in my life. Party Pandas is the outlier because
is the outlier.
I can get together with my family. Same with stacking cat cards all the way up till boy can see his mother in the stars. I can play that with my kids, But when I want to get down to like the more complicated games like this, 2 players. I've got friends who play games. Yourself, obviously the number 1 most likely to do this kind of thing with me. If you're down.
Yeah,
let's play some tag team. This game sounds awesome to me.
Sounds good. All right, my number 1 and my final. You already know it. I know you already know it. I already knew it. It was going to be my number 1.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out that we were going and we could make a list, I didn't even have to load Board Game Geek.
Yeah.
It was just there. If you know anything about me, one of my favorite games is Dice Throne. I love Dice Throne. Dice Throne is amazing. You're rolling dice. You're using cards. You're, one-on-one battling. What could be better than Dice Throne? And that is Slam Throne, a game that was a joke that became a real game.
April Fool's joke for years.
This is a game that if you are of a certain age, needs no real introduction, and it's basically Pog. So if you've ever played Pogs before, this is what Slam Throne is. It's Pogs advanced, because instead of just being Pogs and having your slammer now has abilities. Because you're playing a Dice Throne character. So if you're playing the barbarian, you have special abilities that you can do that sometimes involve catching your slammer, so you can do extra stuff. And the idea is to stack your Pogs up, and then you're hitting your opponent's Pogs with your slammer, and then trying to knock them all down and get them down to 0 life to win. It's going to be a fast game, 5 to 10 minutes max. Probably even faster than that if you really get into it and you get to people that are good at this game. Pog is, generally speaking, not a game that takes a long time. And it's not a game that is very difficult to learn. It's literally taking a big, heavy disc and slamming it onto slightly less heavy discs. And Pog's been around forever. And then, like he said, this was an April Fool's joke that just turned into a reality that we heard was going to be being demoed and they were going to show it at GenCon, to suddenly it's going to be at GenCon. They're going to be selling GenCon editions of this in little tiny booster packs, so it's probably not going to be very expensive.
I'll say they're going to be blind bags.
They're going to be blind bags. You don't know which character that you're going to get. Yes, we don't know which character you're going to get, which means I've got to buy so many of these things
4 off the rip,
to try and get all 4 characters, because I want all 4 characters. This is not only my number 1, but it's my doorbuster.
Yes.
Because I do believe this is going to sell out.
And this is why I had to get Tag Team. Because I would have been divided. I would have been so torn.
I would have left you to go get your things while I go to Slam Throne.
See, this is where it's so tough.
Slam Throne.
So I'm glad this is already ordered.
Is there? It is my number 1 that I'm going to. And like I said, it's going to be the very first booth that I try and hit to, because I think that this is probably going to sell out relatively quick, especially being the blind bag nature of things. With people not knowing what you're going to get, I imagine most people are going to right off the rip buy 4 packs. In the hopes that you get a 4 for 4.
Are you?
And you get them all. Probably, yes. I'm going to buy all 4 of them. Do I really want to? Yes. I am looking for Pyro and Barbarian. That's my goal. I want Pyro and Barbarian. The other 2 are Thief and Moon Elf.
This just means I don't need to buy any, because
which are
when
great.
You get 4 barbarians, you're not going to want all 4.
Oh my god! I am going to have to trade with somebody probably. And I'm hoping people are trading because I will 100% trade to get what I need. If so, I'm going to try. This is my number one Slam Throne. I'm so excited for this game.
It's going to be really fun.
Is the game that I am going to be very disappointed if I don't end up getting, which is a possibility. It's a possibility.
Something I noticed across the board this year, as you and I are getting older and our tastes are changing and our lives are getting busier and busier, we seem to have gone for less complex games and smaller games.
Yes, yeah, and I did notice that when I was looking through, a lot of these games are very simple games and definitely smaller. Yeah. I think the biggest game on my list is Sanibel.
And mine is the Panda Pirates, but it's larger in that it has more stuff. Because the mini game nature, but the complexity,
the weight of the game is low.
Is relatively
and
low.
That's the same thing with Sanibel. When I say larger of the games, it is I'm talking strictly in size. And that is it is like the standard size game that you would see if you went into like a Books A Million or Barnes and Nobles, like the standard footprint of a box. It's just the standard size box. Generally speaking, that's the largest one. All these other ones are relatively small. They're getting tinier, and Slam Throne, arguably probably the smallest, because you have like a little tiny stack. It's gonna
be in a bag.
A little tiny stack of tubes. And it's literally a little booster pack.
If you could get the dimensions before we go in 3D print.
Oh, 3D print. Oh yeah.
Like
I need a belt.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Like one of those coin pouches.
Yeah, like a coin pouch where you just slide them out. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. No, Slam Throne is 100%. It was always going to be my number one.
It was always going to be
Slam Throne as soon as I found out we were able to go.
If Tag Team didn't come along and I had remembered Slam Throne, it would have been my number one as well. But hey, it wasn't even on my list because Pooh Brain.
Yep, it's up there. So yeah, this is my doorbuster. I need me some Slam
Interesting
Throne.
That both of our number ones weren't on the list.
Yeah.
That we made the whole list with.
Yeah, that we made the whole thing with. Yeah.
Yeah, so... Hey guys, if we didn't mention anything you're looking forward to picking up at GenCon, let us know what you're looking forward to so we can maybe put that on our radar. Because, hey, just like maybe we put something on yours, I'm sure we've missed some stuff that, you guys find super interesting. If you're listening on podcatchers out there, 5 stars is really appreciated. YouTube, like, and subscription just as much. We're getting really close to 1,000. Positive affirmations on any of those places, comments down there. Keep those 2 lanterns lit. And everybody, I hope to see you all at GenCon. But for now, I've been Tyler.
And I've been Richard.
And we've been True Strike.
Bye! See ya.
Hey, adventurers. Thanks again for joining us today. Please be sure to give us a follow on your favorite podcasting platforms and YouTube. If there's any questions you'd like to write into the show, you can hit us up on Threads, Blue Sky, or Instagram. New episodes released every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for listening to True Strike.